Alright, can we turn it off now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just gonna open this.
It's just taking a really long time to turn itself off.
Two minutes wasted already. Can you just take a phone from me?
No!
Hello everyone in the internet.
Hello.
Everyone. Absolutely
Hello,
everyone.
all of our
Except
fans.
for you, Bill.
What do you have against Bill?
Come on, man.
My grandpa's name is Bill.
What do you have
That's a bit
against your grandpa?
And he's Bill.
I thought you said grandma.
My grandma's name is also.
Grandma Bill.
We
Grandma
My name
Bill.
is Bill, by the way, guys.
My name is not Bill.
Bill Gates.
That's
I-
why we call Lag Bill. I mean, that's why we call Bill Lag. But I guess today's the reveal.
Yeah.
Name
She's
was
always-
always she's been
Bill.
Bill.
I mean, I could just
Face reveal next time.
I could just
Someone
beep
better call
out
it a
every
face
bill and
reveal
it'd
today.
still be a challenge, you know, a mystery.
We should do a face reveal and just have a random person. Just a random photo we find online.
I'll put the stock photo or
It's got
something.
like Shutterstock.
Yeah.
that old guy with the white hair, and he's like
Oh, yeah. The really super awkward guy is like a meme now.
the guy who looks happy but he's hurt inside.
Yeah, Bill.
Bill.
Classic you.
You know, we are here with the Lag, the Josh, the Khan, the King, and me.
That's a really good way to say it. That just totally worked.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You went like the Khan, the King. That's good.
The
I like
Lag, the Khan, the Josh. Who did I start
See,
with?
you fucked up now.
The leg, the can,
Started with
Sorry,
me and
the
then you
Josh.
went Josh.
So the Lag, the Josh, the Khan, and the King.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you
me.
worked out really well. And then
As long as there's only 4 of us and you.
I'm sure.
Well, that's okay. I don't have to add me in. I can just be the guy in the background that waves signs.
They would never know.
That's pretty high.
Applause.
That's pretty high
Just holding
budget.
up an applause sign. No one
Applause,
claps.
everyone just. We are back from. Well, we've been back for a few days, like a week now, from our holiday over the weekend. We said that on the podcast, last month's podcast, it didn't come out till this month.
It's
I'm sorry.
fine.
We said that we're going to go on holiday, and we did, and I thought we'd talk about it and whatnot. We had some ups, we had some downs. The things got wet.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in a few years this will be a good story to reminisce on and laugh about all the shit.
Yeah, like how we can laugh about what happened last time and the time before that.
Yeah.
I don't think we can laugh about what happened last time.
I think I'm.
Which one's last time to you?
This is his first time.
Yeah,
I
because
wasn't
there
the time I
last time,
didn't
was I?
come.
No.
yeah,
the time,
okay, so
the time nobody went.
I think on my record I'm about 50-50 for good and bad times down there.
yeah.
How many of them?
Oh, not counting
And-
my childhood though, because my
How-
childhood would outrank all the
How
good times.
Okay, okay. What's the split of good and bad? Where Lag was there.
She's only in the good one.
Oh.
So this most recent one was good?
yeah.
Ideally, no, not for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's a 50-50 split for the ones I've been in.
Okay, so no,
But
so yeah.
but for King, have they both been bad?
I mean, 1 and
No.
2.
Yeah, we had.
But no,
we had.
the ones with me though.
I think the first one. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, that was all
That,
good.
that was
So
good.
then your car got broken in.
Oh,
That's what I was alluding
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
So far, every trip.
But
I've
that
got-
trip was okay. It was just a shitty
So
end.
every trip
Yeah.
I've been on, something bad has happened.
Every trip I've been on.
So you're just the bad curious.
Yeah, it's me.
I think this
Sorry.
one would have been less bad, that's really a good way of saying it, if the situation around it hadn't been what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
If
trip
it
itself.
had been just that
Yeah.
in the void, it would be
Does-
completely fine.
The reason it's not good for me is because of my outside situation had pressed in.
Yeah,
making
I
the
feel
trip
like
south.
we should introduce what the situation
Well,
is.
okay. So
Yeah, it's kind of abstract at this point, isn't it?
So like we'll go more on this off topic is just about the holiday itself. So we'll go into more. So what it was, we went for a trip down to Matakana Island, not the island, not because there's a Matakana North. Matakana Island, which is the big.
It's
sort
not called Matakana North though.
No,
It's just
called
Matakana.
in the north.
So this is Matakana Island off the coast of Tauranga.
Yeah, it's a big long plantation island that has a whole bunch of farms on it, but there's a small community of elderly racist people.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I
yep.
definitely got
just
that
leave
vibe.
that in. Yep.
It's there. The guy that was yelling at us across like the farmland for walking on the beach.
Yeah.
This is like,
On that island, we were minorities.
You're an Indian.
I'm always a
You're
minority.
always
Except in India.
Well,
Actually, there were a
except in
lot
India.
of Indians.
Well,
in our
you-
high
Then
school.
it's very much
you were
the opposite way.
you are the minority out of us, but as a group, we were the minority on the island.
Yes.
Well, yes. I don't know how many
Probably.
what people. Ding.
I'm the only one in the group who is
Bald.
We should take a picture of just your head.
Just your head.
Can you make that
No,
like the
to
channel logo
identify
somehow?
you.
It's official. We're changing the logo from the red eyes just to Khan's
Top down or something?
head. We'll put the
Oh,
eye.
you
We'll
got, like,
tattoo the eyes
tattoo?
in.
Oh, what about you know the valve guy with the valve in the back
Yeah,
of his head?
yeah.
Something like that, with like the eyes in the back of my head.
Drawn on.
Crayon, like lipstick or
Lipstick,
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a really shit version, and we'll do it in post. We'll fix it up in post. Because we have a
There's
post
no
apparently.
Yeah, we'll get the editing people to sort
Yeah,
that out.
Yeah.
The editing
Which is,
department.
which is us. But yeah, so we went for a trip down to the island, to Matakana Island. It was just supposed to be a nice getaway from the town, and it was generally. It's basically
Yeah, we got away from the town.
well, we got away from the city life.
We succeeded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% success in
Yeah,
that, I'd say.
it's a nice, like, just rural place that's got nothing to do apart from just
Rugby.
rugby,
Yeah.
drink. Like that's what the islands do. They either.
I didn't even drink.
I know we could have gone down.
I didn't even watch rugby.
They had that one rugby game that everyone kept
Rugby
inviting us
existed
to.
on the island while you were there.
You
It
didn't
did.
even get
I
yelled
wasn't-
off the children's playground.
There's a children's playground
It
that could
was.
have gotten
It was
yelled
really.
off
It was really new when we
And
went
good
last
luck.
time.
We went on it and we got told
And
yelled
then they were
off.
like, "That's for the children."
We wouldn't have broken it, and there are no children, but,
No children on the island at all.
well, they're at that particular
Yeah.
point.
So what was it? First day, Friday the 4th.
That was the best day in my opinion.
Because you weren't there.
yes.
Rude.
Friday the 5 of
Our
us.
opinion too.
The 5 of us went down. Me, Josh, Lag, Khan, and Nick.
Khan was. Oh wait.
No,
Khan
no,
was
no,
in.
not you.
King.
King. Yeah, sorry. So me, Josh, Lag,
Yeah,
and
I
King,
can't
and
remember.
Nick. We went down. I went with you two, and you two went by together.
You two?
I went with King and Nick, and Lag and Josh went with each other. And
Yeah.
it's about a 2.5 hour drive that we managed to make it take 5 hours. We were aiming for like the 2 o'clock bars. We missed it.
Only just.
Well, I think we were still part of that 2 o'clock period because obviously it was coming back. And we
Yeah, I think we were fine.
But yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, we didn't catch one at 4.
Yeah.
It was
2
in
o'clock
the
period because it was
intermediate.
coming back.
yeah, because like, well,
That's
they
several.
You would miss it
It
by
was
like
slow.
half an hour though.
oh, we did because
Yeah, but it wasn't the 2 hour period. It wasn't like 4 o'clock. We called it at like 3 something.
yeah.
Because they do multiple trips per, like,
Shut up.
time
Yeah,
point.
they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they
Just to get
basically.
everyone
I think
across.
from like 2 to
But,
like they just started, and because the tide was out, it took them longer, so we had more opportunity to get on, which was nice. But it was more about the journey down. I think what was the first stop we made? Was it Pyro?
No, we had lunch,
Yeah,
breakfast.
Oh yeah, we stopped at Autobahn
Autobahn.
along the way.
yeah, really classy.
Yeah,
It was
really,
good.
really nice. It's still sort of Auckland though.
Got my nice milky milkshake.
That's right. Your milky thick shake that you were upset about.
And then we asked for it to be redone, and we were the worst customers from that point. No,
We still felt very guilty
was
about the
fine.
whole
I had
situation.
my bacon and eggs.
it was fine. We thanked them a lot. They know.
I really
We
like
don't
that
think-
plate, like my pancakes. Pancakes are my favorite breakfast food.
Hmm.
And those are nice pancakes.
I liked mine. Thick shit.
They're not my favorite breakfast food.
What's your favorite breakfast food? What's my favorite breakfast food?
This is not 20 questions, or guess each other's favorite breakfast food. But what
Okay,
is your,
everybody, 20 questions. Yes,
but
each
what
other's
is your
favorite food.
what is your favorite breakfast food? You may say. Go ahead.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
Pikelets. no.
That's just small fucking pancakes.
No.
Pikelets are good cold.
I don't like sweet stuff for breakfast unless it's jam.
Okay, but we're asking you to tell us what your favorite.
Yeah,
breakfast
just tell us.
I don't
You
know.
need to
I just
explain your
know
hatred of
that
pancakes.
I just know that pancakes.
Okay, so you're
aren't
on death row. You get one last meal, and it has to be a breakfast meal. What is it?
Why would it have to be breakfast?
Yeah, that's
Because
the
it's at
rules.
breakfast, you're getting
'Cause you just
executed
woke up.
before
I'm
lunch.
telling you,
Can
that's
I-
the rules.
Can I be like? I
It's
would
the
like.
most important meal of the day.
I would like a nice breakfast steak.
You
Oh,
can,
so-
but breakfast steak is often like leftover barbecue steak, so it's like tough as shit.
Well, just like me.
He can choose what
Okay,
food he
so,
wants.
okay, what would your last breakfast be then if you were going to have this
Yeah, you
last
have
day?
the whole day.
Like a
you
nice
have
breakfast
all
roast.
the meals,
And
but
And
For
sorry,
breakfast.
we're supposed to be talking about the holiday, not about your goddamn breakfast.
I didn't. I'm not giving you an answer.
Okay,
You guys are
fine.
moving
We
on.
know that pancakes is not his favorite breakfast meal. What is yours, Zach?
Buttermilk pancakes is very cool.
Does
But I really
everybody
like
like?
Did you like the butter
Pancakes?
ones
And
I
then
made?
hash browns. And then, well, see, pancakes by themselves are boring.
But
They
need
just
stuff.
are, okay?
It needs,
Well,
it needs syrup or lemon and sugar. Or
Lemon and sugar is for grapes.
I mean, I said I liked
Pancakes.
pancakes,
Well,
but that doesn't limit
yeah.
me from putting like syrup and
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know,
cream
but
all
like,
over it.
Banana,
but like
bacon.
people were like,
Yeah.
oh, pancakes are amazing. I'm like, well, pancakes by themselves.
No, pancakes by themselves are hot. It needs to be. They need to be smothered in something syrupy and liquid.
Yeah.
You know.
So they're
Okay.
they're just the conduit that you add the delicious thing to.
Well, not really, because I make
You
a
can
nice.
have them with like chocolate chips or blueberries in them, which I guess makes.
I've
a bit
tried them.
more-
Oh, yeah.
They're nice. I've tried bacon bits inside pancakes. They were interesting, and I did enjoy them.
Yeah.
But I make a nice buttermilk pancake.
Do you like your pancakes?
Thank you. I am a baker, so.
You should be a baker.
So,
Yeah,
Sam,
leave your current.
what is your
job.
favourite breakfast?
It's a double-barreled answer. While I was
like
overseas
double
in
barrels.
Asia,
Yep.
spicy beef noodle soup in the morning was incredible because it was so cold and it was just amazing. If I'm not over there, back in New Zealand, then probably eggs Benedict with salmon.
That's another.
Nice.
That's another
Fried
argument waiting to happen.
Benny.
Eggs Benedict the traditional way.
Yeah, yeah. I know. We'll get that'll be another off
The
topic.
OG.
I want a deconstructed hot chocolate. I had one once. I
Alright.
was like, well, I guess I get the
What,
milk.
what did you guys have?
Paid
'Cause
3 times as much.
me and Josh had pancakes. You had your cheesecake thing? Or it was like a tart or...
Oh, I had a banana thing cake.
Yeah, but coffee
banana
caramel
something.
or caramel.
Yeah, but
banana
caramel
cake.
banana cake.
And what did
A
you,
little
Nick,
muffin.
Nick have?
Nick had a. She wasn't overly happy with it, I don't think, but it was like a. Essentially a quiche.
Yes,
it
that's
wasn't
right,
called a
yeah.
quiche, it was
Yeah.
called something else, but it was a quiche.
Yeah, I looked at it, I'm like, that's a
And it
quiche.
didn't
Yeah.
have enough of the thing that it
The
was
thing that was
have
supposed to
in
make it better.
Like
didn't
it
have
wasn't
enough.
salmon, but for example, if it was a salmon quiche,
It had like
enough
a
salmon.
tiny thin layer of salmon on
Was
top
it
and nothing
blueberry
else.
tart?
No, it was a savoury thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had like a, I don't know, like a
The solid
set
blueberry
menu
tart.
breakfast thing, like
Oh, that's right,
eggs,
yeah, you got the...
beans, sausage, etc.
Yeah,
That's
So-
pretty good.
that's where we had our breakfast, and I enjoyed it. It was nice. That's a nice place to stop off. I think my aunt used to work at that one, or the one before that we first stopped at, because there's 2 autobahns along that motorway. So
We did visit both.
we did. waiting for Josh to catch up each time.
It's fine. We just made a couple of wrong turns.
That's fine. I
Didn't
think
get
the
in-
3
didn't
of
get in
us
the right
were in our
lane.
car just joking, like, oh, we got time. Josh will be another hour or so.
How rude.
And then after that, I think the next stop was Pyro, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped at Pyro. We took pictures at the LMP bottle.
We went
The
to
one
the
at the
bathroom.
end of Pyro, not at the... Because there's that big bottle one, and I think it's a can. What's the first
Oh,
one?
there's a smaller bottle which I think is actually part of the building itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they were both bottles, but that other bottle is attached to a building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and the
we,
other one's massive, made of metal.
yeah, so we stopped at the big one and had a look at that one. I took some pictures. There's a group of children there when we first got there, and so we waited for them to left. They left. Nick and King went to the bathroom, and I just sat there. And another group of children came along. And they saw me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not moving. So they just wandered off. And then there was another group of children that did the same thing, and that's when
Yeah,
you guys all
so
turned up.
many
I'm like,
children.
it was nice little stop. And then I think right after Pyro, we go through the gorge. I thought it's called the Karanga
Karanga happy.
Karangahake, yeah, 'cause it's
Karangahake
not the
Gorge.
street in Auckland.
The important part is it has my name in it and it belongs to me.
Yep.
Karana.
Karangadon.
Yeah, his name is Hake.
We went through the gorge.
Yeah,
It's very
Karangahaka.
Karangahaka. It's a
Yeah.
very beautiful gorge.
Okay.
Karangahake.
I think one year I went through it. It was right after the floods, so the water was really high, which is nice.
just
So nice.
above the car.
It was
Yeah,
closed.
off a window.
It was closed for that weekend while I was down there. I'm like, oh, I hope they open it up. 'Cause- well, not really, because they could have gone the long way, but they did open up. The water died down, which was nice. We stopped off halfway through, I think, somewhere, and we got on some rocks.
Yeah, went across
Yeah.
the bridge and had a bit of
Yeah, there's
a
a couple
look around.
of walk tracks.
We
Just
went
over
we
there.
went over a big bridge, and they tried to shake it, but that was stupid because it was a big
Yeah,
suspension
the
bridge.
big one didn't shake that much.
It's almost the equivalent of
I mean-
going on the harbour bridge and trying to shake that.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
shook a
exactly what
little
lag
bit.
would do, though.
It
Then
shook a little
technically
bit.
it
It was
did.
so
Yeah.
much effort to do nothing The other one was much better.
The other one was fabulous for that. To get that
If you went to the
pointiness.
gym, you might actually get some.
Shut the fuck up.
You had like some level of baseline
Strength.
No, if I was fat, it would
Yeah,
work.
she just needs to be
You need
bigger.
to be heavy.
Then you'd be unhealthy though.
Yeah,
I mean, more unhealthy
yeah,
than I currently am.
no.
Anyway, we went across the bridge. We found some ruins. I'm not really sure what the ruins were of.
There's some kind of battery, but I wasn't too sure what sort of
Yeah,
battery.
it was all like, this is a battery. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I
so
doubt
we,
there's a
Nice
gun
to
emplacement.
know.
we climbed all. Yeah, so we climbed through
protected
that
like a
and
tiny
went
screen.
up and we were little monkeys
Yeah, I was
all over
thinking
the
like
place.
maybe a turbine or something.
Yeah, there's some kind of
Yeah.
industrial process that's being done there.
Yeah, but it was old and like stone.
Yeah,
work.
but
Like-
it was kind of wartime period.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
get the feeling it was an old wartimey bunker.
Yeah, it had
Back
that
in the days.
degraded concrete look about it.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
It also looked like the foundation to like bridges and stuff like that.
Parts of it did look like that, yeah.
Yeah, but it was nice. We climbed all over
Could've
the
been a
stuff. We,
railway.
we probably went to things that were
Tried to
classified as dangerous.
Yeah, danger.
Only one of us had recently had a tetanus shot, so
Tetanus for you. Tetanus if you do. Tetanus if you don't.
yeah.
I climbed a thing that I knew I shouldn't have climbed. So it's a really steep thing. And I'm like, I remember last time I always got stuck up there. Let's do it again.
Yes, that way we saw a cliff thing. Well, I was
I had to
like,
come back through the
I
golf
was-
course.
I was stuck at the edge of like one of the bunker things, and like the drop to the ground I could have done, but the thing was there's this huge rusty pipe, like big enough that you could fall through it, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the thing was is there was this rusted hole right on top of it, so I was like, I can't contemplate what would happen if I were to just jump full force onto this thing. I
Oh,
probably-
yeah, no, that would be a
So I was kind of,
yeah.
and there was like a gap closest to the wall, but I'm like, is that solid ground? Because it just looks like it's overgrown grass. And I'm like, I don't want to fall through and get stuck in somewhere. So it's just
Yeah.
like, I was sitting there contemplating for a while. Eventually, I think I jumped down and found it was solid ground. So I
Yeah, and then
landed on it.
everybody just followed you.
Yeah, I just jumped over the pipe and yeah, it was good. Saw a bunch of spider nests.
Yeah.
I think we saw more of those at the island than we did at the place. You guys wandered off because I got an unfortunate phone call that I had to deal with.
Yeah, we went down to the river.
Yeah, and just tried, well, Lag was trying to skip stones.
In a river that's actually like moving. Doesn't work. And also I can't skip stones.
And by skipping stones, I mean grabbing like one that's far too large and just throwing it up in the air.
Yeah,
and
that's how I skip stones. I get one every time.
It never came
gotta-
back down. She was the strongest.
It might come down now,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, and then I had I think once my phone call was finished dealing with, I went across the bridge and I was hanging out in the river area, and I realized what time it was. I'm like, oh, we're not gonna make 2 o'clock now.
No.
So I had to call you guys, and so because
Like, it's 3 o'clock. I don't think we can make it by 2.
I think it was like.
And I was like half an hour away, but it was like 2:40.
No, we had like an hour and a half or an hour left on the trip, and it was like 1 o'clock, and we still hadn't done food shopping.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
we're like, okay, it's okay. But I'm like, we weren't worried. It wasn't like a huge thing. So we went there. We finished. We got to Omakarawa Fresh Choice. That's where the next stop was, I believe. And we got out. We got some food. We planned our meals. Just some simple stuff.
Do you think you get sponsorship for just mentioning that little bit of a plug there?
Nah.
Omokoroa. Hit me up.
All of
Fresh
Omakarawa is
Choice.
gonna hit us up. Yeah. So that was
Always fresh is always
Yeah.
choicest.
We were dancing
Put it on
very
the
slowly
thumbnail.
Oh, yeah,
down
we-
the aisles.
We decided to go through the aisles and just boogie our way down the aisles and just dance.
and Nick was all like trying to get us sorted and get us actually doing stuff, and this old lady was like, we were like potentially in her way.
Oh, we
And
were,
Nick's-
we were
and
in
Nick's
her
all
way.
like, guys, move over, and the old lady's just like, no, I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching these 3 idiots just dance down the aisle.
Really slowly down the aisle.
Yep. It was because it was a really small store, so we had to enjoy it. Make it
Yeah.
last. We've got plenty
We
of
had time.
got plenty of food, you know, to last us over the weekend. And once we got that, we head over to Omakarawa, the stop, the barge stop.
I guess it's a
The ferry point.
Is
Yeah.
it a wharf? It's not really a wharf, is
It's a
it?
terminal.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a terminal.
There is a wharf there,
We just
but the barge doesn't go to the wharf.
no.
Yeah.
So we just lined our car up, and then we got out and we played on the playground.
We kicked all the little shitty kids off.
Well, we waited for them to get
Yeah,
off.
no, we waited.
Yeah, they
Like-
should have all been school at that point,
Feels
really.
like a
but-
recurring theme.
There were a couple of kids who were playing up to us.
Oh, that boy that kept
Yeah,
following us around.
the boy.
Oh,
there
look,
was a
they
boy.
can't do this. I'll go and do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I was like having trouble. Having trouble? having trouble.
What's a trouble?
Struggle and trouble. I was having trouble hanging from the bars because I almost like twisted myself off in the stupidest way possible.
Yeah.
And the kid's just like waltzes over and just goes, I can do it with one leg.
Yeah, every time
He
we
didn't say anything, but
every time we tried something, he would
implied.
follow us over and
just do it because
complete
he's a child and he can do it and he doesn't weigh 3 times
I
as
was,
much.
I was about to just bring up my wallet and start throwing money on the ground and be like, oh, can you do this, kid? Can you do this?
Yeah, come on, kid. Go, meet me at the turnstile.
Just drive your car and dunk.
The spinny thing.
Yeah, can you pay insurance? I
I
don't
will
think
spin
so.
that kid around and he will throw up.
Yeah.
I hopped on the rocking
Oh.
thing, and the first thing I said was, "Come on, Josh, let's fuck him up." Nick's just like,
Is this
turn around.
the swing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were very bad with your language. You were swearing very loudly all over the place.
I say the F word a lot.
Yeah, but you were doing it loudly
Yeah,
around like kids, like young kids.
Yeah, what was Nick saying? Impressionable ears or something?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I like that place because that's the only place I've ever seen the swing like that. The big.
I really like that swing.
I do too.
That was a good
How
swing.
do we? So we're not. It's not
I will draw a terrible picture for you.
Thank you. But it's not a standard swing. It's basically a huge wooden.
Yeah, like a
Plank.
What do you call
imagine
it?
a huge log.
It's almost like a battering ram the way it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got two.
It does have the
points.
rubber battering points
Yeah.
for children who get too close.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
then there is that stopping point where you will just hit the wood if you're close enough.
Yes,
That's true,
we
yeah.
I
tested
did
this
testing on this. Yeah.
with
Yeah.
children.
He's going to hold them in place.
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
basically, you could theoretically, because we got all of us on there.
Well, they're not as heavy, so the rubber wouldn't.
They're just kind of
They'd bounce up more.
propelled more. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But you can hit like 10.
Yeah, but
15 kids on
basically, it's hanging from its two ends with metal poles. It's just a plank of wood between metal poles. Quite a long piece of
They
piece
swivel.
of wood. They don't swivel stuff.
there. Yeah.
How do you have a middle thing that swings?
Okay, but you're making
doesn't
me think it
swivel?
swivels sideways.
No,
Like
well,
now it's going around in a circle.
Isn't it pivots?
No.
a swivel is a pivot.
It swings.
Okay,
It's a swing.
It's just basically.
You know, if you had a swing, but instead of the chains, it was 2 metal bars, it would still swing.
But there'd be 2 of them because obviously you need one on the other end as well.
What?
Because a swing is just one set frame. This is essentially
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you had, sorry,
Okay.
I was just
Okay,
stopping at
imagine,
the swing.
Okay, I got
So
this.
you've
I
got the
this.
swing.
No, listen to me. I got. Okay, imagine.
And between these
Shush,
two swings,
shush,
you have
shush,
a plank.
Shush. Okay, imagine you have. Wait, did you just say that? What I was gonna say.
Yes.
Fuck.
So I know exactly what you were gonna say.
Okay, so you
I was
have.
getting there.
You have a swing, and then in front of it, maybe
Another swing.
5 meters in front of
It's
it, you
not
have
5
another.
meters. 3 or 4.
3 or 4 meters in front of it, you have another swing, and now
You just put a wooden plank
you
on.
put a wooden plank just between those swings.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
save the
Yeah,
time.
that's the best way.
linking them
That
together.
is the best way to describe it. Obviously, this isn't that though. This is
You're
an
welcome.
actual
Thanks.
set-up version.
It's a tad more sturdy than it sounds.
Yeah, because the
Yeah,
whole thing
yeah.
is connected, and the plank is a thick thing that we could all.
Yeah.
Because we were all on there. We were all adults.
Yeah, no.
So-
You could definitely fit like 8 people.
Yeah. So we spent plenty of time
20
on that.
children.
And,
just
and I
fun
think
things.
that
If you stand up at the pole end, right?
Or if you're by
Either
yourself.
end, either end. You can like get it swinging pretty well
yeah.
with
Oh,
what
yeah.
I describe as a hula hoop motion, except you don't go around.
You would if
It's
it's
like a
swiveled.
oscillating hula hoop motion.
A moving H.
Well, you kind of just do thrusting motions, right? You just thrust like you're doing full body.
Yeah, so you've got
thrusts.
one leg in front of the other, and you're kind of like, you know, when you go on a swing and you have your legs up when you're going backwards, and then forwards when you're going forwards.
Spending
to
way
go
too much
faster.
time on this.
It's a very
Well,
important
so
detail.
the swing you have
Yeah.
one leg in front of the other.
Every time we go down to the island,
And when
the
you
swing
go
is
in-
always something
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to do.
And when you go forwards, you put more weight on the front foot, and then you go backwards, you put weight on the back foot.
All right.
And you go really, really fast. And I'm really good at
So
doing
we spent
being
plenty
full
enough
forward.
time on the swing that we have to talk about it. But
Yeah.
after the swing, we got off the swing, and a bunch of kids they were waiting for us to get off. They all jumped off. So
But
And
we're,
there
we're
was,
adults,
there
so
was
we
an
own the rights.
adult. There was an adult who was watching us with a lot of amusement.
oh yeah.
Well, we were on the
So we got off. We
After I said,
we
let's
played
fuck
on
this
some of the
up.
other things like that, the spinny seat thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't really do that.
The
Like I
turnstile.
would get dizzy and just wobble off. The tractor, broken down
Danny
tractor.
waddled away.
Just generally climbing things as well.
Yeah,
which is just
climbing, hanging upside down, nicking her
dancing.
Nautica outfit.
Yeah, seductively posing on the poles of the broken swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All very
And then
important parts.
Mostly.
eventually the barge turned up and we.
And we missed it.
No, it turned up.
We stayed the night on the swing.
And it beached itself.
We all saw it and we all decided to hop in. I mean, hop on the barge. What?
On beach days.
Yep.
Sorry.
So we drove on. You guys drove on. I walked on. Not that it makes any difference. So just. And
You're
then
painting a picture.
and then the barge took about an hour or so to get across.
The picture is blurry.
I don't think it was quite now, but it was more than half.
Kind of all over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
place.
It had to, it was low tide, so we had to zigzag and not do a straight line.
Being
and
painted by
then-
2 different people.
Yeah. And then once we got there, we drove off. We
And at this point, it was looking like it might rain.
we parked up in my grandparents' lawn, basically on their property, and then we decided to set up the tents. We set up your big one first.
Yep.
Then.
First.
Yeah,
Well,
then-
Kind of just ended up setting them all up at the same
Yeah,
time.
we did.
I think because he was a bad boy, he had a big old one, huh?
yeah. Oh
A
wait.
big Rooney.
A big, huge
Thank you.
Rooney.
But
Me,
was it big?
my tent was pretty much the same as your tent.
Yeah.
Josh's tent was.
Except mine was slightly musty and moldy.
But you did have that little flat area that was nice.
because
That area
someone-
was not flat, by
I
the way.
borrowed it off, didn't
No, I'm talking about that little, that
Clean
front
it
section that has the tarpaulin on the
Like
ground.
extra bit of
Yeah,
rubber,
yeah,
I don't have that. I have
It's like a
grass.
little
It's called a ground sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
There's
What's
a
the
little
front-
flap attached
What's the
to
front
it.
part called?
The vestibule.
The vestibule.
So
I like that. That stayed drier than the real tent.
Yeah. So
That
that
sounds
was,
like tasty.
this was the
Yep,
technically
it had testicles.
Everyone get under my testicule.
this was technically the first day. We set up the tents. We set up our hanging out area. Threw down the mat, the waterproof mat. We brought over the swing seat. That lasted all 5 minutes.
Yeah, until you guys broke it immediately.
It was very
Me?
old.
Yeah. It was.
When you say the swing seat, do you mean the 4-meter long plank?
No.
No, this was
The other side of
This
it.
was literally just a 2-person seat on a swing, so you swing back and forth. Me and Josh sat around,
Like a garden
but,
swing chair.
but it was like made out of like
yeah.
outdoor, especially outdoor sort of
It was, yeah,
material,
canvasy
Yeah.
stuff.
canvasy stuff. But it was weak, and second I said
But it was sore.
put a hole.
They managed to sit on it for like 5 seconds and they were like, this is a great idea after they've cleaned it.
And then straight
Went
through,
straight through.
put a hole through. I'm like, well, that didn't work out. We obviously we tried to blow up the airbeds. I used the vacuum to blow up mine, and then immediately when I finished, it braked.
Sounds
The
like it's
yeah,
not
the power
intended to
for
be
the
done for
entire
that.
garage.
Yeah.
To the
just
pumps
and-
it is.
gone.
And because Josh was borrowing one of my airbeds, and I've had this problem in the past where my ones didn't stay afloat, we thought, okay, me and Josh will keep the pumps in our tents.
But I had wanted to keep one of the pumps in my tent because I wanted to keep the one that I brought. So I brought down one of those air pumps, thank you very much, and I was going to keep it in my tent because I borrowed 3 air mattresses from my dad because he had 3, and he knew that one had a hole in it, and he didn't know which one it was. So I'm like, right, I'll take 2 down with me, and the plan was that Karen would bring the other one down because 50-50.
the look on Khan's face
That's
says
what
that
she-
was not the plan.
That's what she told me to do.
And then he did not. He didn't do any of the
Right.
things.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in the next morning.
the
I think.
next day.
I think.
Yeah.
She didn't know about this.
I think. What did we have for dinner that night?
Whoa, just
We
talking
did.
about this.
We did burgers.
Burgers.
didn't
Well, yeah, we did burgers. Which was,
Yeah, but
We had some really tiny
burgers.
cheeseburgers
we had
and some
the
big
best
normal
burgers.
ones.
They
So
were nice.
when we went to the island, when I went to the island the other time,
my nana.
yeah, Shin's Nana made burgers, and they were like the best burgers ever. And she knows me now as the girl who really likes the burgers. She was like, "Oh, is that girl coming down the one who likes the burgers?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, she asked you that last time, but you
I
didn't
like
come
the
though.
burgers. Yeah, no. You get like 6 for like $12. There's gourmet patties.
They're good though.
Oh, I was like, man, she's charging you a lot for her burgers.
No.
But apparently they're really good.
They're really good.
Yeah, they
Last
are.
time I had what, 3
Like,
or 4?
I bought some because they're going to be my go-to burgers. I think
Yeah.
I enjoy them.
I had to eat.
Both of them were nice, but I think the larger ones were
The-
better.
The larger ones were
The
better.
cheese ones are stupid.
They were tiny.
Yeah.
They were not. Like,
They weren't. The flavour wasn't.
it
bad,
worked out because there were 2 cheese ones left and 1 big one. So and there were 2 burgers. So I just put the 2 cheese patties together as one.
Mm.
It worked out nicely.
So it's the size, not the taste. It's from.
It's the same
The
size.
gourmet ones are good though.
Yeah.
Don't know what's good.
So we had
Yeah.
burgers, and then where did we retire to after burgers? It was your tent.
That was back to our tent, I think.
Yeah, we chilled out there for a little bit. Did we?
It was a
wasn't-
big tent.
Listen to music.
I'm glad you recognise the
I don't-
size of my tent.
I don't think we did anything too much because we were knackered from the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
been
we
a long
all-
day.
We went
We
to
just
bed-
listened to
we went to bed
music.
relatively
So
early.
we all decided to retire back to our
And I was
place.
like, fuck, I know I'm gonna wake up like 5 times in the night.
I heard somebody wake up at least twice.
Yep,
So-
I did, but not because
Yeah.
of
So-
the reasons I thought. I thought I would just wake up.
This is moving on to the Saturday.
No, we still have to get to the point where you guys stole my pump,
We didn't steal
and
it.
I was the one who
We
had
didn't-
my bed
We
deflated in
didn't
the
steal
night.
it. We all agreed because
No, we didn't agree. You were
I
like, we
remember
should
having
keep the pumps, and
don't
I was
think I
all
cared
like,
much.
I
I'm
was sound
keeping my
asleep.
pump.
I couldn't hear anything.
And this was before we went to
No,
bed.
this is before we
When,
went to bed,
when we were sitting at the tent,
Sleeping with my pump.
when we were setting up the tent and the beds, I brought this point up, and there was a unanimous
No,
agreement.
it was not. So I was
Unanimous.
like, I'm keeping my pump.
I don't think I cared too much.
Yeah,
well,
okay, you wouldn't have.
That's a unanimous agreement to me.
Unanimous, it's just
So
you.
anyway, we kept the pumps with us. So now waking up to the
Waking up
Saturday.
several times in the night,
Yeah.
actually.
Well, waking up on the Saturday morning.
I was the first one up. Way too early.
Well, I mean, you were
I-
up and you went back to your tent.
I
though.
disagree. I think I
was
was the
reading on
first
my
one up.
Well, I mean, I was up, and I.
Sorry,
heard
were you
everyone
up
get
at 2, and then 3, and then 5, and then 6?
Yes,
You
but
had to be.
not the sixth one because I was
You were already with it.
awake.
Anyway, I went into the house a bit, came out. Well, actually, I went into the house. Everyone's tent was closed, and when I came back out, everyone's tent was open. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. We were all like,
What the
is she awake yet?
I think
She
so,
just
is that-
comes
Oh, yeah.
out from the house. We're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
I mean, I was always the last one to wake up.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
The last,
and then,
the last
yeah.
one to
And then you
emerge.
emerge awkwardly from your
And then
tent.
we discussed the
Yeah,
night, and that's when we find out Leg's bed was deflated.
My arms were so sore
Yeah.
because so I sleep on my arm, on my side, and it like
That's
buffs
not
up
the
my
way
it
Yeah, I know.
buffs up my pillow a little bit. And if you start having your bed deflate in the night, suddenly your body is a lot lower than your arm is,
Yeah.
and your arm is at an awkwardly high angle because you still have to have it there. 'cause You can't
The
sleep
heaviest,
otherwise.
That sounds
the
really
heaviest point in your body just sinks in.
Which
and it's
is
really
my
painful.
toes, of course.
Yeah. I remember that the last time.
Yeah.
It was just
It was
painful.
it was awful. I was trying to sleep on my back to stop my arms from hurting, and I can't sleep.
Yeah. Thankfully,
It was
didn't
shit.
have that problem this time.
At least I was warm enough that night.
Yeah. So I felt bad for Leg there. I was just like, oh, I know what it's like.
Yeah, I didn't want to wake up
So-
and disturb anybody.
Once everyone had gotten up and gotten dressed, I think we dealt with breakfast. We just had some cereal,
Excessive amounts of cereal.
Peaches.
Yeah.
peaches. We mixed
You
cereal.
loved that. You loved me eating my peaches.
But yeah, well, I mean, it's fine. And then
Being
after,
eaten very elegantly.
Yeah.
If memory serves.
I think after that, was breakfast before or after Khan turned up?
Before.
Before.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then we wandered down to the.
Oh yeah,
Right.
then we just sat outside. That's why we just sat outside doing nothing really.
You guys would have been hungry if I.
We didn't stay
Waited.
too long between breakfast and.
Yeah, and we waited, and Khan had turned up because he had work on the Friday, so he couldn't turn up the Saturday. So we went down to the wharf and we hanged out there and we watched them, and we noticed that the barge was going to the other island first,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, we better tell him not to get off there because
And
he
I-
doesn't know where he's going.
I'd never been to the island, so I was kind of just going with the ferry, and I saw it pulling up to a, like they started dropping the
Yeah.
thing, and I'm just like, all right. I just
I'm off here.
picked up my bag, picked up the board game.
I'm sending. Do not get off until you actually
Yeah,
see us.
I've already packed
We
up my
are
phone
at the
and stuff.
wharf.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a good thing you had signal.
Yeah.
That'd
If,
been
if there was no
unfortunate.
signal, I would have been screwed. I would have been on the wrong island.
But the thing is, like
For several hours.
yeah, and because everyone on the barge, including the barge driver and the guy on the island, they know what they're doing, right? And they would have just seen this one guy walk off. And, what is he doing?
He must be fine. He knows
If
what he's
one
doing.
guy was getting off the boat, don't you think they should know that this guy's trying to get to this place?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, like, can you stop off at this island? I want to go
but
to
like
this one.
that one
Yeah.
guy is
normal
probably who owns that island. That's like his house, and he got a deal with the barge guy to just take him there. And then if you get off too, it's like, what is this random guy doing? Just
Put
holding off.
balaclava on.
Yeah.
And then like 5 hours later they come back and it's me still with the balaclava but like a sack of gold.
Yeah.
Sack of avocados.
But luckily you
is the
stayed.
same
Same thing.
Luckily you stayed on, and we saw you pull up in the barge, and we were like, yeah. We
Yeah.
were worried about what birds. What were those birds that we were watching? Cranes? No.
They weren't shags, I don't think.
No. There were a bunch of seabirds and
They got totally run over.
Well, there was one that was just ruthless, and he was just like in front of the
They
barge the whole
didn't. They're
time.
fine.
Why would you
But it's not
say
that
that?
stupid.
They get run over by cars. They fly into cars.
Yes. The cars go a lot faster than that boat was.
I mean,
we could have walked.
I mean,
faster,
this
to be
one
honest.
shag bird was just sitting there and just diving in front of the barge and popping up somewhere else, and it could have got run over. But it obviously was smart enough not to.
No, that's a new bird that comes out every
Well, there were like 3 or 4 of them, so you know. But eventually, then you popped up. We walked up to.
Yeah, I did the same. I just came out of the water.
Yeah. We walked up to the campsite. You set up. We started playing. I think Lag was grilling you about not bringing the 3rd air mattress.
Yeah,
Didn't bring the electric.
I didn't
Or a
bring the
pillow.
mattress.
So-
I didn't bring a pillow either.
Oh
Or
yeah.
pants. You didn't bring pants.
I didn't bring pants. I didn't bring a hoodie.
I was like, bro, oh yeah, you didn't bring a jumper.
I
I was like,
so
you know
cold.
how
He was
cold it
so
is?
prepared for this trip.
Yeah. So
I had as well. I had said I was getting ready on Thursday night, leaving it too long, but whatever. And I was getting him ready because I knew he wasn't gonna do it Friday night. He was gonna be hanging out with one of his friends. So I'm like, put this
And
in
your friend.
Yeah, put this in your bag. Put some shorts and some pants, like 1 pair of pants and 2 pairs of shorts or whatever. And he's like, okay, one pair of shorts.
I think I did all of that.
You
Oh, I
just took
didn't.
it out
I didn't
again.
do pants.
Yeah, you didn't do pants because you didn't show up with pants.
No. Okay.
And
so
then I said,
here's-
as I was leaving,
Here's what happened. We'd just done the laundry, right? And some of the stuff was still wet. So I was like,
this is true.
I will-
I was going to bring my pajama pants,
Yeah.
but they were on the wet.
so my shorts and stuff were on the line, and I
Okay,
was
yes,
like,
but what about
wait,
your
hang
pants?
on, I'm explaining the story.
we don't need to understand why he didn't bring pants.
You didn't bring pants.
You just
I'm
tell
really
us
invested
he
in the
didn't bring
story.
pants. Okay, that's enough. That's all I need to know.
No, it's important. I need to get this. I need everyone to know.
And then I'm going to tell them about the other stuff you forgot. So carry
Okay,
on.
so basically, Lag had done the laundry and stuff hadn't dried yet. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pack that stuff tomorrow. So Friday night, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grab that stuff that I needed to pack. I remembered shorts. I brought like 2 pairs of shorts. I brought all that stuff that Lag told me to bring. However, when it got to pants, I was like, oh, I already packed that because there's no pants on the line. That means it
You're
wasn't
stupid.
washed, and that means I already took care of that.
And who,
Turns
needs,
out-
who needs to double check?
I hadn't.
And with the 3rd air mattress, I had put it on the suitcase and I said, "You're gonna bring this on the way down." And he like made some kind of freaking noise of like, "Yeah, sure, whatever," and then didn't. And then I was like, "Make sure you bring a pillow," and he didn't.
How?
And then, to be fair, I didn't say bring a jumper. I don't.
Ah,
think. I
it's
didn't.
your fault I
Wow.
froze to death that day.
How did that night go? By the way, with the
Well, we'll get to
Okay.
that when we
Okay,
get to
yeah.
that.
So-
we haven't
We'll
got
get
to
to
that
that,
yet.
So after Khan turned up on the campsite, I think we started playing Magic. Or
Yeah.
we started playing our trial Magic to teach Nicola how to play.
So Khan was playing with avocados.
Yeah.
No, Fijo.
Fijo.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Feed your
I got really good at you know that community service type thing where you like pick up rubbish.
Yeah, you got a rubbish
What's,
bag on
what's
your back.
the? It's a grabber.
The clamp?
Is it? Yeah, like it's like that clamp.
It's just a long
grab-
handle
it's just a
grabber.
long
It's
hand-
fine.
Yeah.
It's a clamp pot with a long handle.
So you can like grab stuff off the floor without bending over. And I was just using that to like
Yeah.
fling Fijos around. I got really good, by the way.
Well,
I
I
got
think
super good.
by the time we left, there were no Fijos left there, which was
Yeah, we
good.
did a pretty good job.
And because that tree was constantly
You
trying to
picked
test
up
us.
all the Fijoers
Sorry.
that donked into the trunk
Yeah,
at the
you
bottom
would
of the
hear
night.
the boonk straight. into
Yeah,
the
you'll be
truck.
sleeping halfway.
Or that's probably
You're closest to
that's
it.
really a good way
Yeah.
of doing it. Just, you just reverse your truck into under it and just wait.
I think one time I was sleeping and then I heard a ga-dum-dum or something.
Yeah, but,
I was like, oh, that's the truck. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, someone's here, and then I was like, oh no, it's just the
Somebody's
Fijos.
throwing shit in the tents. And just, but yeah, we started playing Magic, and Karen was waiting us for the finish. We are trying to get Lag out so that she
Yeah.
can spend time with him. But
I'm just like,
she's like, no, I'm
Nope.
staying in this game.
No, first I'm gonna kill this person.
It was supposed to be just a fun try, a testing game. She
did well.
She did, but you dragged her out so long.
Me?
Just everyone.
She's the one who
Everyone dragged
decided
it
to
out.
stop
You should-
my dragon
you should try
and
to
your
make-
angel.
She only lost because she digged herself out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pro tip, if you're trying to teach someone magic, try and make it a short game. Speaking from personal experience, I recommend that someone's first magic game be a short game.
I would like
I
to.
think she's pretty good. Like, I've played another game with her since then, using other older,
Oh yeah.
as it turns out, really crappy practice decks. But no, she was fine. Remember
Well,
all the
we'll
rules.
take any of those decks. We should do a Magic game where we have Khan review his opinion on the strategies and stuff. Like, no, that's stupid because you shouldn't be able to do that.
That's stupid
What was
because it's not
that thing you
Yu-Gi-Oh!
What was that
It's
thing you
not-
got really angry? So, unfortunately,
Okay, we're both bad at teaching each
I'll
other.
practice Magic. Well, we'll see how Nicola feels because I kind of taught her, and we all taught her.
She mentioned something to me about that. About you enjoy teaching.
Yeah.
And you're quite good at it.
Good. I'm glad I'm good at it. I mean, I've had a few apprentices, and then they turned around and said you're shit.
Apparently, I'm
Not to your face,
super
at least,
bad
because
at
they're
teaching.
apprentices.
That's why I should teach Lag to drive then.
Yeah, I make people angry with how bad I am at teaching. People's the wrong word. Person. Person is the correct word. Everybody else is fine with it.
Yeah. Alright, so eventually our game did end, and we decided to go and make.
And I won.
Did you?
No.
No, I did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
course you
much.
did.
It wasn't a stellar victory. I
It
guess.
wasn't, and it didn't look like it wasn't in mine or Lag's favour either. Because I think we got to that point where we were the only two people open. But again, we're not talking about Magic anymore. So after the game, we decided to go and have burgers. No, burgers, sausages. Sausages and chips and bread. Just a standard good old Kiwi lunch. It was nice. We had.
That's a good breakfast to me. I think a pie is also a good breakfast.
That's a
Pie
very
is not
Kiwi thing.
breakfast.
Proceed.
Add a pie and V, and then you've got like a tradesman's breakfast.
That's
yeah.
what got me
That's
through
because
uni.
they've been awake for long enough to call it lunch.
That's because the gas station is
True,
the
and also they're
closest
incredibly
place.
unhealthy.
So yep.
Speaking from
And because
experience.
it's something hot you can get from a gas station.
And then-
it's like that
Yeah,
coffee
it's right
thing.
there.
Nothing really special, but it was a nice breakfast.
couriers.
After the breakfast, we decided to go for a nice
Well, lunch.
breakfast lunch. Yeah. After the lunch, we decided to go for a nice walk along the island down to the beach. We walked past the dairy that was closed. Shame I couldn't have shown it to you, our mismatched dairy.
Shouldn't even have been closed. It was like closes at 3. What time is it? 2:50.
That's island life, though. That's
To be fair, there was the rugby.
There was
there was an event going
a
on.
rugby game.
There was something that
Oh my-
happened.
Imagine
island.
being on an island and there is a rugby game. Now all stores are closed.
The one store. It's fine. It's only
All
one.
stores, 100% of the stores on your island are closed.
Actually,
the
the
pub.
other
Actually,
pub
the
would be
rugby
open.
It's only
Yeah.
50% because the pub store would be open for that period.
Wait, but that's
fact,
like
the pub would have been
immediately
open
adjacent
early.
to the
Rugby field.
rugby.
The
Yeah.
pub would have been open
That's part
early.
of
You
it.
still have 100% of the
it's a
stores
club.
that would not.
It's the club place, and because they're always open at that time, so it's.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
I
shame
mean,
you
that's
can-
like saying Eden Park is open. You can buy things from Eden Park while there's a rugby game.
I mean, you could
Like,
just.
of course you can.
I mean, you could just go there legitimately just to buy their stuff and just
Some
leave.
shit on a stick. or
You
whatever.
have to pay for your entry
Yeah,
as well.
I know, but like we don't.
It's not
pay-
cost efficient.
You don't need to pay to go to the club. We should have gone there though, played pool or something.
Yeah, we should have. We've been very busy though.
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there would have been like
busy with the.
all 20 people from the island
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Including that guy who was
And
angry at us.
Then there would have been like 3 times that for the team that came over.
Yeah. There was a bunch of them on my boat
Yeah.
when I came across.
Boat.
Yeah.
So after we walked along the beach, you guys saw my childhood beach that is now littered in glass.
Was it littered in glass always?
No, because that was where we used to swim, like just bare feet.
Was it something that is that just generations? Well, not generations, but years of people just drinking, throwing bottles there, or is there
No,
also like a
I
big
think-
thing that was done?
I think it's just basically the current port.
Yeah,
it
a
has
lot
the
of
port
it.
there.
A lot of it's washed up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because a lot of those places are hard to get to. Because you know how we trotted along the beach and there's always the glass we came across.
Yeah.
Which is it's unfortunate.
Glass
because-
and car parts.
Yeah.
Large, rusted.
parts.
Actually, quite interesting and make really cool like photos and stuff. But yeah, just
And
big
several
rusted
bones
engines
from a
and
sheep.
Not as much, but there used to be a whole lot more bones back when I was younger.
Sheep, so.
Like full on
It
carcass
was
sort
one
of
sheep.
like bones.
It was
Played up.
you.
But yeah, like, that used to be my childhood. That's where we used to go swim, jump off the wharf, and walk along that beach.
Hit each other with bones.
Yeah, we used to set
drink beer.
nets up for
Drop the
fishing,
glass.
go floundering along that when it
I
was
always
low
used
tide.
to chase after my friends going, you want to get boned?
Yeah.
Bone!
I think the issue we were I was dealing
But
with
the
my,
counsellor years later said it wasn't appropriate.
my shoes were not waterproof.
But she was okay with people.
Well, you didn't fall in a hole though.
Just had to get
Yeah,
it.
but he had his feet shoes.
So
so-
she
It's
said.
not like really for
yeah.
water.
But my shoes were not waterproof and my socks got drenched immediately. But at that
I
point it was just like
would-
whatever. We walked along. We had to go through a broken down tree
Yeah, the bark was coming off. It was not very safe.
There's been it for ages, and then we came across the next tree. Unfortunately, that one we climbed up the last a few years ago. We climbed up and went up to the cliffs and went over to my uncle's farmland. But unfortunately, that tree has kind of slipped down a little bit further, so it's no longer
An entry point.
Yeah, it's no longer an entry point out, basically. I mean, it could have been if we had proper gear or if I wanted to, but I didn't want to, so.
Khan found a hole in the mud with his foot.
Yeah.
It was great.
And a delightful
If
aroma.
it had been Josh with his jandals on, he would have lost the jandal.
Nicola found a crab and dehomed it.
Dehomed it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was killed it
And
by
then,
trying to find it
Lag
again.
basically.
It was fine! It
attacked
was
it.
Just give it
fine!
the worst day of its life.
I
It
know.
was fine.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
like what Nicola did was bad, but you were just like, I'm gonna be a
No,
bastard.
he was fine.
So we decided to walk on back, and we came across this small beach, and then someone from on a house that was way down there decided to start yelling at us.
It's only like 200 meters away.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't really see it, but it came down to the gist of
This is private property.
well, it's private property. You know, I'm like, it's fucking private. It's not a public. It's a public beach. You don't own this island. And because I told my nana and Kuddle, and they were just like, they're all idiots on this island. I'm like, yeah, I know. We wandered off.
It's just that locals versus tourist thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, very much so.
So we wandered off and we moved back to camp, and then I think we decided to go inside and start playing games and make pizza.
When he's like, what are you doing here? You should have been like, we're here to take your jobs.
We're gonna take your land.
We're immigrants. We're going to take
We're
your
gonna build
jobs
a wall."
and land.
Smoking weed every day. Yeah. And so we went back home. I think after we decided to start making the pizza. Nothing else happened. Went
Did we
in.
play one more game?
I don't
I
think
think so.
I think we
no,
started
we
making-
played
Played
code
5
games.
minutes.
Yeah, we played
Dungeons.
Codename full game, didn't we?
We played 5
Because
minutes.
after dinner we didn't have that option.
Yeah. So we chilled in your tent. We played code names.
Which was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nick eventually got the hang of how we play it, I guess.
Yeah, Lag takes issue with the way I run my team.
No,
I cheated.
I was taking issue with
I completely agree that I may have messed up indicating that I wanted to know what Sam's answer was afterwards. But like, because Khan did figure it out what I was meaning, because I did mean the miniature thing. I think Sam would have figured out the little suitcase with the miniatures. So I was
I
like,
think I did fine.
but
I
there's
did
no
a
way.
good job.
But Lag would never agree that you would have figured that out without my help.
That's
No,
true.
it was because you did like 3 things. If it had just been
I-
the one, I would have been like, okay, well,
I think
know
that
Quran's
was the
smart, so.
only thing I did. I think the whole
But now
big
I'm
grunting
not.
was just your.
It was
You
all
imagined
like
it.
it was all like
Nah.
maybe he thinks this, and you're like, and I'm like,
I didn't make any sounds.
Shut the
I didn't
fuck
hear any sounds.
And
Yeah,
it essentially
I just-
just, it went on like
I-
this for a while, and they both got louder and louder and louder, and then the game.
I won because
continued.
I was the
So-
loudest.
I won that one.
No,
It
you
doesn't
did.
matter. Doesn't matter.
Guess the
Anyway,
last-
after the code names, we went aside. We started to make our pizzas. We're going to make 2 at a time. Well, we tried to do 3 at a time.
It wasn't successful.
Wasn't successful.
Mine
So
stuck to the foil, and I just had to eat foil
Yes.
the whole time.
the people
Yours
who
was
did not
destroyed.
grease them beforehand
Yeah.
had to deal with the pizzas or the.
Mine got burned.
So
It's okay. Well, your second one was fine.
and it's,
Just scrape the top.
and I think we're just playing. Was it Smash Up or something else?
Should we check on the
Fluff?
chicken soon?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
With that context, that's going to be amusing.
What was that?
Check on chicken. There's no context at all.
I mean, we're cooking a roast chicken, so we're waiting for it to cook. So we were playing Flux. It was fun. It started to rain. We didn't think much of it at the
I
time.
didn't play Flux.
What did you play?
Why didn't we play
Most of the
Flux?
time, no. We were playing.
We did play a little bit of Flux.
When did we play 5 Minute Dungeon? When was that?
Oh,
That was what we were playing.
5-minute dungeon.
We played that
Yes.
inside
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
5-minute
Before
dungeon.
pizza.
Yeah.
Well, and also like during, because obviously not everyone could. I think we just
No,
sit.
we didn't play 5 Minute Dungeon with food.
It
Oh,
was
we
not
did that during
good.
sausages.
No,
Oh, was it?
I don't know. We
That
played
was fun.
games.
Oh, it's a good game.
It was Flux at some point.
And we won.
Was it
wasn't
Betrayal?
We
did play Betrayal.
Yes, because you did play Betrayal. that was after
probably
pizza, wasn't it?
Friday,
Okay. Anyway,
We played games.
after we're doing the pizzas.
but not Flux.
It started raining, but we didn't think anything of it because we all thought our tents were
Yeah, we were like,
waterproof.
everything's inside because we had closed up the tents. We
Yeah.
had made sure to close the doors.
I even went back at one point
Yeah.
to grab something.
There's
But that's before
some deep
raining, really
foreshadowing in there.
It was
guys. We'll
raining,
get to that
but-
later.
Yeah, nothing was out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
as it were.
And then
And
Yeah.
then-
So we had our pizzas. We finished our pizzas.
Yeah, it was
then
all nice.
we started playing the trail on Haunted House on the Hill.
Yep.
And I didn't, but that's fine. I wasn't really interested in playing it. I watched you guys play it. The trailer
been
happened
ridiculous.
very quickly.
It was me.
It was lag. I went through and I read both your things, and lag was talking about going easy with one scenario, but then because I also read your one, I'm like, because do you know the people that make the Pope votes? What are they called?
Influencers.
I don't
That
know.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. The 7 people.
They had to split them out as far as possible, or technically a lot further
Yeah,
than
yeah.
they
Which-
did.
Which, because of the house being quite small, they
Yeah.
didn't.
So
They
But-
literally only just fit.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they had a huge advantage, and
But they couldn't make the roll.
no, they couldn't. Like
Yeah, 'cause
they
didn't
We
have
tried.
sanity
you
rolls.
had the opportunity
We
of
honestly
winning
tried.
before her turn even started.
You did. I was
But-
like, wait, really? You only need presumably you only need
They only
20
needed,
of them.
they only needed 4, and they had 4 attempts before you.
Oh right. So
And
if we were
Was it-
lucky,
was
If
the
each
game-
of you went to one, picked up, and was successful.
but we had bad sanity rolls.
Yeah.
yeah.
Was the game? Would the game have ended straight away once you got the majority?
Yeah.
Much, yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering
And
whether that would have
the-
meant then you.
And the
killed
only
me and then you
person, but the
still
only
killed me.
person that could Nicola was rolled so badly every
Oh,
time
so badly every time.
because she had the highest Nicola thing.
I rolled very well in the
And
game.
then,
Because
yeah.
usually by that point, like the haunt would have gone. It would have taken long to get to the haunt. We'd have more gear, more stats. We would have been more ready for it, and the house would have been more spread out.
Yeah, but unfortunately, leg curb stomped them, played cheaply with the moving.
I didn't play cheaply. I
Well,
played.
you lost, didn't you?
I lost. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
she
so-
did.
We very much didn't feel in control of that
You
situation.
know, so I was just straight up rocking. Like I was like, this is fucking easy. Boom, boom,
But
boom. Like every turn, I did one of the things I needed to do. The cheap thing that I decided I wasn't gonna do. So technically, my character was not technically. My character was invincible until
Yeah.
I did the certain thing that I was trying to do, like collect 4 voters or whatever.
We couldn't attack you until after
Yeah,
we got
you
4.
couldn't attack me, but it didn't say that I couldn't just straight up attack you and smash you guys invincible until you guys died.
And your stats were your stats increased or?
My stats were alright. Yeah, I got to increase my stats.
You did like 6s in damage
Yeah,
to
but that
us.
was,
with
that was
you-
Yes,
even
but
just
that was
indirectly.
doing the votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So I
could
could
have.
have just not done the
and-
votes.
Yeah, she could have
smashed you
and
guys
probably
while
should have
invincible.
just basically gone and attacked you rather than collecting votes.
No, that was fine. But
Oh,
collecting votes was fine. I could have won at one point, but I forgot that
the elevator thing.
the elevator thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I could have won.
I do like a game like that because it's not one-sided. Like I thought you guys had the advantage, and then it was clearly shared advantage, but she
Yeah.
still lost.
But yeah, I was
So it
looking
like-
at mine
It
going.
was
It's kind of one-sided.
Looking at mine going, if I did this
Uh,
cheap thing, which I'm not.
It's like that game that I had where I shrank you all down and I sent a
Fucking
cat after you.
cats.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
The
I
two
sent a cat after them and it
And
killed
we,
them all.
and we couldn't move. It was like
Oh, we can move like
it was
one
every
square.
yeah, it was every tile was 2 movement, and when the cat came in, you still had to minus a movement. So if the cat was in your room, you couldn't move out. It was ridiculous.
And
we
cats
didn't
had
get
like
halfway.
cats had 7s across the board.
yeah,
for
we
their
didn't get
stats.
halfway. We were
The cat
supposed
was a
to.
beast.
Yeah, it was
We were
7 across
supposed to-
across the board. 7.
We were supposed
Fucking
to.
lion.
Yeah, we were supposed to
Because we
get a
miniaturized.
toy plane because we were miniaturized.
They need to
and
fly
then
out.
we had to get to a place with a window to get out, or like one
And
of
I'm
the
pretty sure we
courtyards
had a
or something.
bad map for it as well.
Yeah, we didn't even. Because we didn't have any window
On the
rooms.
ground floor or something.
We only had like a courtyard somewhere or something. But we didn't even get the plane.
Oh, the cat was the Grim Reaper. Yeah, just went through. Hot knife through
To
butter.
me, I was just sitting there going, "Go cat!"
Is it
meow.
meow?
Yeah,
Bad
because the cat still had like fucking 6s or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It was
which is
7.
good.
7 across the
7s.
board.
Yeah, dumb.
So after Haunted Hill, I think we had a little
It's
bit of
only not dumb if you like the person. who
we had a little
defended
bit of
you.
dessert, didn't we?
A little bit.
Yeah, we had
Somebody
some ice
got the
cream.
brownies, and somebody. So that's when you would have gone into your tent to get the brownies.
Yeah, I got it because Nick loves baking. She made us a lot of little
Yep.
tasty things. to take on the
Somebody
trip.
got ice cream, and we made some ice cream brownies. I think somebody threw Cocoa Pops and Nutri-Grain into that mix as well, just as a
It was
test.
Nick.
Yeah, it was Nick.
And then I think after that we
She was
decided.
making the best of the whole day.
I think was it after that we decided to retire for the night.
I don't know if we were retiring for. We were going to retire for the night. I think yes, we were going to.
We were quite tired by that point, but I don't know
Oh.
if we were going to be.
So yeah, so we decided to retire for the night. And that's when shit got serious.
That's when it happened.
That's
That's when the discovery was made.
That's when, like, so I came out and I was just, I don't know. Yeah, I came out and I saw you guys. You and Nick were in your tent, and didn't first dawn on me what was happening until.
Yeah, I didn't die. I was all like, "Yo, guys," and then I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, so basically I went into my tent. And
Well, because we'll start with, because
Yeah, no, can't just fuck it off.
you two didn't.
so
you,
I didn't know that anything was up.
I basically just went straight to my tent and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get everything ready for bed. But then I found out that all of our bedding was wet.
Your bedding?
Yep.
Yeah. So our bedding was wet because it was the sides of the tent were
too small.
touching.
Yeah.
But it wasn't touching, like, it wasn't that the stuff was touching the side of the tent, it was. But that wasn't really where the problem was. It was that the top of the tent was sagging into, like, the middle part of the inside tent.
And it was really
So it was like, damn it might have helped if I had to put the guy ropes up. But normally the guy ropes are just to
The
keep
thing,
it from being
the thing
windy.
is, because
Yeah.
my tent's basically designed like yours. I didn't have the guide ropes up,
You didn't
and
have
not a single
no.
drop was inside the tent.
Maybe the slight difference in angle.
Yeah, our tent was...
weren't
Because
the
my
our tent-
bed was
Our tent's older, and it was already
yeah.
musty.
Because my bed was the big double air mattress, and it was up against four sides, touching four sides.
Yeah.
So like, and not a single drop anywhere.
Yeah. So my sleeping bag was touching
Yeah, so
the side of the tent.
I had a
So-
very comfortable night, apart from the fact of what we just gone through, like,
Yeah.
because we found out obviously that the big tent that we decided to use as storage had basically flooded.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And from multiple places.
Nick and I went into the tent just to kind of, I don't know, tidy up things, get ready for bed and all that. And it's kind of a 3-pronged tent.
A triangle,
got-
like it's a triangle with the ends cut into.
Yeah, kind of like
houses.
a central section and then 3
Yeah.
little bits off the side, equal distance from the center. Our bed is kind of pushed into the corner of one. We had one as like board game storage and food storage, and the other one was just for.
And the other
I don't
one
know,
just had chairs because
Yeah.
we'd moved them inside so they didn't get wet.
It's just space to sit and
It had that
store
air
a
mattress
mattress
on
there
the-
and all
And
that.
it did have the shitty air mattress that I'd slept on and started deflating.
And I think I
Last
walked
night.
over to the board game corner just to put another board game there, and noticed the bottom one was obviously sagging. So yeah, it's like panicking a bit. And looked at there's 2 stacks of board games. Both of the bottom ones were quite thoroughly soaked. And then the more we looked, because Nick realised at that point and started looking as well, it had leaked like a dozen different places around the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like
the-
our bed was wet in 2
Yeah,
places.
the small, like you might have said, oh, it could have leaked in from one or the bottom or something, but the air mattress that I'd put in there was literally wet on the top in a patch. So
Yeah.
it had obviously come through the roof at one point.
Yeah, there's no
and,
obvious.
And that had
single
leaked
place.
to something
Yeah.
else. So
When I-
something else had
When I looked at it, I could see that you had distinct huddled areas of just water. Just
It was all spread throughout the whole tent. It wasn't like one seam had failed and it had run
Yeah.
down a couple of
And
places.
and once we realised this wasn't just like okay, a little bit of water gone. Once we realised that there was a fair amount of water in there, and like
It was luckily not raining at the time.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like okay, damage control because once I like saw what happened to the board games, I was like. Because like all the tokens, those bags that all the tokens hold,
Yeah,
they
the
were
token bag.
it basically somebody grabbed them and dropped them into a pool.
Oh yeah, they were completely
Like, a
saturated.
lot of that was like that. It was just like oh okay,
Yeah, so all the tokens for a lot of games.
yeah.
Done.
So that we went into damage mode. We brought up one of the cars. We decided to put everything in the car that needed to be in the car. Food being wet was fine. 'Cause a lot of it was bagged
Yeah,
or just
Cans and
yeah
stuff.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was just like
all personal bags, board games, all
Yeah.
of them got evacuated to safe, dry
yeah.
areas.
Luckily, at the most, we came down to the fact that the two games boxes that got ruined was Relic and
Kingsburg?
no, that's
No.
the
Lords of Vegas.
Lords of
Lords
Vegas.
Yeah.
So, somewhat luckily, 2 that we don't really play that often.
Yep.
And they are still playable.
It's two
Oh,
that
they're
we.
still playable,
It's
yeah.
2 that we don't really play, and luckily it's one that I decided to bag everything inside in little baggies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Relic was
Relic,
protected.
Yeah, so everything inside the box was protected. However, the box is
Yeah,
ruined.
melted.
I basically taped them to get it out.
It's just duct tape.
Yeah.
It's not.
The
Well,
box
it's,
is
it's
duct
clear tape, but it's
Still taped.
You can tell that it's
Yeah.
It looks like it's gone through a war zone.
It looks like it's from a library.
Yeah, yeah.
It does. It looks like it's from a communal freaking board game.
I think
It's
one
like
of
30
yeah.
years old.
So I'm not concerned about the boxes. The book, Fate Core System book, was soaked to the point where it's still drying out now. I'm still leaving it in the sun.
And it looks very much like it's been soaked.
Oh yeah,
I
you
don't
can
mean to
tell
alarm
it.
you, but the sun's not out right now.
Well, I think I put it there. You can clearly tell that you can clearly tell that the back half of the book has gone through a huge amount of water damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that thing that books do where they get really wavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the tokens, all the tokens.
Wavy, reminiscent of the ocean.
Yep. So for all our games, I generally for all like the non-standard games that don't really have a place for tokens, like the Smash Up or card games that have
all the
miscellaneous
card games that
tokens.
was put into a big box.
We store them in bags, and unfortunately these bags got soaked, and a lot of these tokens basically would glue together.
So we've got tokens from like 20.
If anyone asks, you could say the book is now corrugated paper.
Yeah. So the tokens unfortunately split, and then they drive curved, so I'm gonna have to glue them together and fatten them down.
So like coup rebellion.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, so it was a bit of a mismatch.
Resistance.
Yeah.
Smash Up, yeah.
So that night it was like, we were like, okay, hopefully shit doesn't get worse. I gave you guys another blanket just in case. I gave you a pillow because you were stupid enough not to bring one.
Sorry.
Yeah, so me and
thank you.
Me and Khan only had his sleeping bag and like a blanket, and my sleeping bag was looking out.
How do you-
outside? I'm not even.
So how did we share the airbed though?
Oh yeah, we were also on a single airbed.
So
Fine.
that was
Pretty intimate.
fine. It was big enough. It was okay.
I had to cuddle.
Your side was the comfy side.
Intimacy.
Because
It was on a slight hill.
yeah. So we were sleeping like I said before. We were camping on a hill. It was a slight
only a
impact.
very
It was
slight
very slight.
We had the
But
slight
when you're
back
lying
one,
down on it, it's
so
all.
our feet
so
were. Oh,
That's weird.
it was weird.
I would have just turned around.
Yeah.
Right.
We had to have our head on
there
one
was
particular
a
side.
feng shui to the inside of the tent. We couldn't break it.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
we had to have our heads at the entrance side because the other side was
That's
more
weird.
moldy.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, nah, I'm
'Cause
not
then our
sleeping
heads were-
literally under
yeah.
the musty shit. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not good for my soul.
And because it was at a sharper angle, if you like touched it, you'd get wet. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because my foot kept getting wet.
Even in the sleeping bag.
We weren't in the sleeping bag
Yeah,
because
no,
only one person
It is
can fit
literally
inside.
a tiny
So
sleeping
we
bag.
unzipped it, and it's a mummy sleeping bag, so it didn't really fit us very well.
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
And-
Is
Yeah,
It's
and
sarcophagus
the head
So down,
the
like-
head
The head
portion was
thing.
wet.
Yeah.
So I took that, of course.
Yeah.
And then
Just 'cause he happened to be-
lag was on my left, and it was sloping down to the right. And on the right is the pool of water.
I put it
that-
down there. There's no pool of water at that point.
Guess there's a really
My,
horrible
my
spongy
arm
towel.
was in this like wet thing the entire night.
That might have just been
He's
leg licking.
exaggerating. He's exaggerating. It was the dog.
But yeah, and I kept like rolling out of the bed.
Just touching it.
Just, Dad.
Stop it, leg. Stop
And
it.
then lag keeps like shoving me more. Just like,
That's
Like,
that's unfortunate because I think I think me and Josh, I especially me, I had lovely nights.
their
Both-
clothes
was
were
fine.
nice and dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both because my tent was a new tent. I set up my bed properly this time. I threw down my big blanket and then I used my sleeping bag as just a blanket over me.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the whole experience. Like
You're like, yes.
I was just like, oh yes. I'm like, I wish it rains. Then I was like, no, I wish it doesn't. It's just like, it was just yeah. Fortunately,
it wasn't too bad. We didn't actually properly get rained out. You know?
how did you and Nicola sleep?
Nick?
Nick.
How did you and Nick sleep?
To be honest, like it wasn't that bad. Like in hindsight, not much got damaged and all that. It was just it really stressed her out because she was worried about it ruining our birthdays and.
Oh yes, that's right. It was our birthday the weekend.
Yeah. That's why we were down.
So she was getting quite upset about that. She hated the idea of the whole thing being ruined by a crap tent that I've used in the past. And it's always been fine.
Used.
I've used it multiple times for
It was
years,
great
and
last
it's
year,
always
yeah.
been awesome. And it's just kind of failed me this time. I even Nick patched it because I had a little hole in it. She patched that properly, and then I waterproofed the entire thing again before we left.
She patched it the wrong way.
That wasn't the cause, though.
But we found out it might have been structural integrity just failed because of that one patch. Just done the
Secretly-
wrong way.
Maybe it's the feng
Secretly,
shui
it was
again.
anti-waterproof.
It absorbed all the water and just spread it on the underside of the tent just to come down.
But yeah, once we actually got to bed, and like part of my pillow was wet, which is annoying, and I guess where her feet were on the bottom left was quite damp as well. But once we kind of found a position that didn't touch either of those, we were quite okay.
Just on you. Just
yeah,
Directly on top of you.
She was freezing. I love the cold anyway, but she had like
yeah.
2 jumpers on, like pants, like blanket and duvet, and I was like, I'm actually fine. It's nice and cold.
See, the most thing I experienced was my pillow was cold. It was so cold that I thought it was damp, but I'm like, that's not damp.
It's just
it
nicely
just
cold.
felt
It's a
damp.
nice cold.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. I love
Yeah.
the cold.
Yeah.
when you're trying to
It's
sleep.
the feel you want every time you flip your pillow over,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it just doesn't happen unless you're camping.
Yeah.
We bought this really expensive like.
How was your night, Josh?
It was
They
pretty
do
good.
exist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I
we
just-
had
Yeah,
the
like
good
the
nights.
people.
I just
Mac
lay
was
down on my
soft.
thing, slept. I thought my pillow was cold. It was like wet and soaked, but
It was just cold.
yeah, the next day I felt it. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, it's not
it was
really
just
damp.
it just felt damp because it was just the thing.
And no one got sick.
No.
Yeah,
And luckily we all made it through the night and we
Yeah,
got up.
nothing happened worse. It didn't rain during the night. It's
No.
fine.
Yeah.
And I think immediately we got up, we had breakfast, and we just decided to pack up our tents and.
Get out of here.
Yeah, we were debating one way or the other, and then it kind of got made for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, we were debating whether we was going to stay another night. My grandma was just like, no.
So,
So,
okay, sweet, that makes sense.
Alright,
in
Easy.
a fine way. It
So
wasn't
yeah,
harsh.
yeah. So we,
Yeah.
we packed up our tents, we got everything we needed to, and we decided to get in, hop back onto the barge and drive back to the mainland. And we got to the mainland, we played a little bit more on the playground.
Wait, but what about the dog?
Ah, yes. As,
Alright, Karan gets to talk.
Yeah.
No, I don't
This,
want
this
to
is
tell
your
the story.
section.
Okay,
This
so
is all.
Or was it too emotional?
So Karan
Like,
was in
yeah.
the house. I don't know, you bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Watching
well, this
Some-
was, it was weird because
sometimes I need to pee.
we all were standing there and we saw just the dog standing at the post, right? And we're like, okay, this is the
Hi,
dog.
dog. And the dog straight
Can-
runs out for.
Can literally just walks out and the dog's like, oh, just straight at him. Just, what the heck?
It was exactly like that from
Yeah.
They
memory.
bonded. He was having such a good time.
That dog though was energetic. It was like happy. Just people. Ugh.
It was quite a young dog, I think, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was,
Oh, yeah,
it was a
very
little puppy girl.
She was probably like
Kind
less
of
than a year. Yeah.
yeah,
Very pretty dog.
it's very excitable, happy.
Super cute. Teeth growing in.
Yeah.
Some were relatively sharp.
Yeah, and as we were walking down, just kept following us.
Yep.
As we got on the barge, kept following us.
Yeah, followed us onto the
We
barge.
were just like, I'm sorry, you have to go back home. Your home is
Wait,
here.
To
but
wherever your
you're-
home is.
Your Nana said that if I could get the dog onto the barge, I
Yes.
could keep her.
No. My grandma said if you can get they told me if you can get the dog on the barge, do so, then throw it off halfway through.
Wow.
I don't like the
Okay,
dog.
so they're
I
like
said you
they're
could
like, all right, Khan, you can keep the dog. Shit, as soon as you get on the barge,
No,
just
they,
chuck it
they,
overboard.
they didn't like their dogs, so they wanted to.
The dog knew that it wasn't supposed to go on the barge, so it didn't actually go.
Yeah.
They tried to
yeah.
splash
That's
that.
it.
Didn't go on the barge. Barge home was.
And one of the guys was all like, "Is that the other person's dog?" I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah,
my
so-
dog."
They should know because
Dog
like,
ran
that's
home,
that dog
it's
that keeps trying to get on the barge, isn't it? Yeah.
Just following people onto the barge.
So we went back to the mainland, hanged out for a bit, ate some food, played on the playground. At this point, being back in the mainland, I had some more personal problems to deal with, so I wasn't too as happy as I was on the island. So, and then after that, we decided to go to Mount something. What's it called?
Manganui.
Mount the Popple by Mount Wangamanui.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Fungamata!
Well, fuck off.
Mount Hokey Pokey.
Very
So-
Kiwi, I
That's
guess.
not-
Most Kiwi Mountain.
Yeah. So we went to the hot pools there.
Straight bucket chain.
Didn't have any sunscreen. So
Yeah.
I asked them how much is their sunscreen. They're like $25 for this tiny thing that was smaller than the one Nick brought with her.
Yeah.
I'm like, dairy across the road. Went there. How much is your ice cream? How much is your sunscreen? $15 for this big one. I'm like, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
So bought that.
Point
But
to
is
look
it
at
one
the
of the
person
ones
when you
that's
walk by.
actually rated?
It is.
Yes.
It was.
But does the rating
Because-
actually work?
Because because a lot of them were having it. It was a scandal
Yeah.
recently that a whole lot of them were not. The Cancer Society one,
Ah, okay.
it's not very good.
So
this
the
year.
FPS rating didn't really mean
Half of
anything.
the Nivea ones weren't good, but the Nivea Kids one was. I think.
But the thing was, we put it on, and I don't think either of us got sunburnt. And I was definitely out in the sun that I knew that I could
just
feel
stayed-
it on me. If I didn't, I was going to burn.
Yeah, I stayed in the shade because it was too hot. It was burning on the way down. I had to cover myself with a jumper that was too hot.
It was bright.
So
That was the issue. I
hot
had.
pools was great. You guys all jumped in the spas. I'm like, I'm not jumping into that hot piece of shit. So way too hot
I'm
for
like,
me.
yeah, I'm like, I get that annoying thing where it's like, I want to be in it up to just over my hips if I'm sitting down, but you
Yeah.
don't get that. There's not a level,
There's
there's
that
not a pool that,
Yeah.
that gives you that option.
Only the steps.
It's either to your shoulders, yeah, and the steps are all in the sun.
Yeah. So
It's all on your shoulders or you're sitting out of it with your feet in.
yeah, I just sat in the big one that was probably the coldest one apart from the toddler pool, which I couldn't get to because
Toddler
Oh,
pool
it was
was
the
the
same
It's
temperature
fairly
as the toddler
Yeah.
pool.
It's a little bit colder. I think it was 1 or 2 degrees colder.
so much.
But
Not by design.
But it is noticeably
Is it on the board
colder
it's the
when you
same,
go in
isn't it?
there
Yeah.
because of just the way it's designed, because of the
Oh yes,
level
it's
of water.
shallower and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vapor.
So it is-
Yeah, the dissipate
Yeah.
faster.
And I think I fell asleep and I woke up and you were just across from me. car, and I was just
And
like,
he
oh,
looked at me.
yeah. I don't even know how you
And I
got there.
looked at him.
Yep, and then I was like, oh yeah, and then I enjoyed the pools. It was nice. We bounced around.
And then when we got changed,
We found the best thing.
the
we've
best
ever
thing,
found.
only
So,
big enough
hold on.
for.
So we found the best thing inside the changing rooms: the automatic tog dryer.
Yeah, only big enough for one article of tog.
Oh boy, did we try to fit more than
Yeah,
we
Oh,
it
yeah.
Of
wouldn't
course the
quite
boys
take a
did.
towel.
No,
Yeah.
We tried.
The towel was a little bit too big.
Yeah,
And
in the,
the shoes were talked
my
about as
towel
well.
was smaller than a normal towel. I probably could have fitted it. Yeah.
We nearly got ours in, didn't we?
I
You-
was shoving it so
Yeah, you-
hard.
They were like, don't
you
put
literally
towels
put
in.
it in there and tried to slam the
Yeah, I
whole
tried to
thing
slam
shut.
it shut, and then it started making a noise, and
Oh,
I was
wow.
like,
Don't do that.
is it gonna make bad
Sounds
noises?
like motor windings burning.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then-
so I lifted it up again.
But you guys did your togs like 2 or 3 times.
I did mine 3.
I mean, you only needed to do it once.
Oh, the extra times did really help.
Yeah, I mean once was enough
Yeah,
for me.
but basically, I was in there and I walk over to it and I'm like, because I saw it while we were getting changed the first time, and I was like, guys, there's a tog dryer in there. Yeah, so put in, you know, a thing of togs, sopping wet because I'd been in the shower and had to wrung it out because I was curious. Pop it in, close the lid. It does its thing for like 10 seconds, and then I'm like, holy crap, this thing is so dry. It's like, you know, if you have a really good washing machine, it'll try to dry it by spinning.
Yeah.
It was drier than that. It was drier than a
It-
good washing machine.
It was like it was.
Water
still
was
damp,
coming
so
out
It was still
prior
damp,
to
but it was dry
Basically.
enough that I didn't have to bag it.
It was kind of
it
that
was,
damp
It was dry
where
enough
you,
that you can just put it back into your
Yeah.
suitcase.
yeah, like if you could have worn it out and been totally fine.
Yeah.
It's that kind of dry, that kind of wet when you're like, is it wet or just it's just cold?
Like,
Like
it's-
you're wondering whether it's even
It's
wet.
great enough because we've done this a year before. We went swimming. I think we went swimming before we went down, and then we came back and we went swimming again. But togs were still a little bit wet. Like you could just put this in beforehand and put your togs on, and you wouldn't feel that.
Yeah, it wouldn't cling to you like
Yeah.
like wet. It'd be cold, but you wouldn't cling to you
It
like
was
that.
it was great.
Yeah.
So after,
And then I walked out, and Nick was like out there. And I'm like, "Did you use the thing?" And she's all like, "No, there's a thing." And we go back, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And this old woman from the side, she's all like, "Isn't it?"
because I think
It's great.
we came across.
It
like,
should be in
did
every
you guys
pool.
see that? You're like the tog drop. Yes.
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 It should be in every pool. Like, they can't even cost that much.
You should have it in your house.
How much do they cost?
I don't know. I'm just going out on
Just
a
a
dry.
dry.
There can't be that much to it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it's probably pretty energy efficient too.
It's just
it
like-
doesn't use heat.
then
It's just like a miniaturized
dryer.
like centrifuge for drying togs. It's not that
Yeah,
so
like you
yeah,
could, yeah,
Yeah.
put some undies in there. It's fine.
after
Like
that,
if you had
small
forgotten,
child.
like if you had worn your togs right when you wear like guys wear board shorts, and you had forgotten a spare pair of undies, you could have dried your undies and worn them.
Yeah.
anyway,
Probably
might
would
have-
have ended up soaking a little bit.
anyway,
I might have done a double cycle on that one, I think. Possibly a triple cycle.
4.
Yeah.
would've
But
been nice.
that does equate to a total of 30 seconds worth of drying.
So anyway, after the hot pools, which I think we all enjoyed, we went to BK and had lunch.
I had a lot of food.
I
was
thoroughly
very
regret
I
that
had a lot
shake.
of food.
The shake was a bad
What
idea.
shake did you have?
Well, one of the loaded ones. I just felt terrible after.
I just had 2 burgers.
Mega
and,
shakes, super shakes. What do they call that?
happy. Shake.
Yeah,
Shakes.
it was
Yeah.
not a good
Yeah,
idea.
they're not very great.
and then
Terrible.
things were running a bit late, so like we should be pretty get off before traffic gets in. Warning there.
Yeah.
More forecast. Like
Foreshadowing.
so, like I don't know how everyone else's trip, but me and Josh just we went back.
Me and Carl were fine, honestly.
There was
Traffic
a lot
lights?
of traffic.
Yeah, but like its estimate at the beginning before it had factored in bad traffic because you guys had a freaking detour or
Yeah,
whatever.
about the traffic.
Yeah, but it's like, but they had detour.
But
because
that's-
it was bad.
No,
Didn't you?
no.
We got
It's a detour that saved us because we were watching the.
Yeah, but we didn't take a detour and it was fine.
But the thing, are you sure? Because the thing might have just recalculated before asking, because that's
I
what
think so.
iPhone will do.
No, because we were all because it was all like this way or this way, which is like 4 minutes slower, but you go through the gorge. So we did
Yeah,
the
but
4 minutes
is
slower.
the setting the fastest possible route? Because it'll be like this way is 4 minutes slower, but if all of a sudden traffic changes, it's like this way is now faster. It'll change it without telling you. It all of a sudden the path will just be different.
Well,
And
we
you-
lost
and-
connection with it at some point.
And you
So it was all like, oh, you're due in 37 minutes or like half an hour, and it was all like, well, actually we're due in 10 minutes. You just haven't updated yet. So at some point,
No, that
Before
was
as
on the
well.
way to that was the way to Tana.
it did that as well.
No, my phone died on the way out.
Oh, yes, right.
because you were
Going
still
through the gorge,
you were
my
still
phone-
It's still
behind us, so
estimated
you
about
you
five.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because you came
I know.
after us, so you still would have to deal with the same problems. But I was watching because we were watching a pod. I think I was listening to a podcast, right? And it was like a 40-minute podcast, right? And it was like I was watching the time. ETA was like an hour and 20 minutes back and forth. I'm like, oh, okay. Like halfway through the podcast, ETA 120. It's still an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Finish the podcast, right? ETA an hour and 28 minutes. I'm like, okay. And then I'm watching it and it goes hour and 30 minutes, hour and 40 minutes. And I'm just like, we're getting closer. How are we getting further back?
Yeah, but yours updated partway through. At that point, we didn't have a GPS.
Yeah.
So the GPS that started us said around about 5 or whatever, and we were close to that point.
Oh, because I think at the most.
And we didn't
I
take
just
it.
followed the road signs.
Yeah, we literally just went straight.
I think at the most it was just like the longest ETA if
That's
it
pretty
stayed
much what it
true.
was.
Because I figured, you know, like it's calculating it. Okay, at this point there's now traffic, but I'm pretty sure once we get there it would have died down.
Yeah, I think we
But
just missed
at the longest point, we think we would have arrived at 7:30.
We only
latest.
detoured somewhere in like South Auckland.
Yeah, we did. And that was more me because I'm like, oh, let's just do this instead of following the GPS for a bit.
Yeah.
Like if we followed the GPS, we probably still would have been early, and we still would have been fine. But yeah, that was basically the whole trip. We got back to
Then
our
we
place,
had pasta.
we unpacked, we got the wet games out, and we all head off into our own ways, never to see each other again.
Pasta.
Yeah, Nick did make us a pasta bake.
Yeah, well, that's right, she did.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to have another a pasta make meal, and we, god damn it,
We were gonna.
we were gonna.
She's very good at that. She likes looking after people.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. She was our mum. Because we were terrible children when we are in a supermarket.
I guess.
It wasn't
She was
hyper.
like,
And-
children, stop laughing!
and
Stop
yeah.
dancing!
So,
And the playground. Impression.
All in
I
all-
mean, she was joining.
Oh yeah, agreed.
all in all, even though the holiday had some downs, I still think it was in majority a good experience.
Yeah.
It'll be one that we can look back and laugh and like, oh, you remember that time our games got destroyed? And-
I think going up to a bad ship north where you don't have those worries and like
Yeah.
a longer
Yeah.
time. I
It's
don't think it was long
it's
enough.
well known that up north, they don't have rain, which is why
I'm
these
just
issues
saying, there's
don't
more
Thank you for
batches.
that.
Batches to
My
me
sarcasm
and more
meter is
things,
going
okay?
off here.
Shut up.
My joke.
I hate you.
I was
Yeah.
joking.
So yeah, that might be a good idea for next time. We'll
Yeah,
take a
so
batch.
like we'll continue to go on our trips because this was a birthday trip for me and King because our birthday is the 7th and the 8th and that's just the period of weekend we do. And yeah, there is some more negative to the story, but that's on my side, and I'll probably do that in a real talk video with whoever's around. It probably put a
He
huge,
died.
it did put a huge
Ken's gone.
damper on the way I felt over the weekend and how I've been feeling for the last week or so. But
Yeah, I didn't even get to see the rock that was shaped like a boob.
no,
But just remember,
It actually was. Yeah.
just remember, guys, when you die, you lose a very important part of your life.
yep. So
Thank
well,
you.
The owl part.
I'll probably do that in a real talk video, not an off-topic one because it's a different type of style and whatnot. But yeah, that was the holiday. Did you guys all enjoy it?
Yeah, it was.
That was
It was
good.
good.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
Anyway.
Nick is not here because she has some stuff to deal with. But you know, yeah. So I don't know what this. How do we end this?
Your channel,
Bye.
bro.
So thanks for listening to our holiday trip over the weekend. I guess the use of channel news is I'm stopping doing any sort of gaming videos for a while. I'm just taking over these things, the
talky things.
talking,
that
the
aren't-
podcast, the off topics, the real talks, and letting everyone else deal with stuff.
Unless you join us for some of the games.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still partake in games. I just
Yeah.
won't be the one who edits and throws it up there.
Yeah.
So, that's a great way to end it off. It's just 10 hours of ghost screams. So, see you guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Alright, let's have food.